Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are doing great. So our today's lesson is personal letter. How to write a personal letter or informal letter. It is about a Moroccan celebration, a famous Moroccan celebration. It is Ashura, right? Good. So it concerns first year back. It is for first year back. Unit 7 celebrations, textbook ticket to English, and some type of course is writing. Good. So you have received a letter from your friend Laura. She's an American pen pal, right? She has talked to you about Halloween, the activities, traditions they do on this celebration, right? As you know, they wear strange costumes. They go to the streets in groups. They set the fire to protect themselves from the coming winter, etc. Right? So she has asked you to write back about a Moroccan celebration, of course, a famous one. So when we think about famous Moroccan celebrations, what comes to our mind is Ashura, because Ashura for Moroccans and Halloween for Americans, they look like to some extent, right? Right. So the first thing so before we begin our lesson about Ashura, so we are going to study this lesson as a process, right? As a set of stages, one stage stage by stage, right? As you know, because writing is a complex task, we need to divide it into subtasks for us to make to be easier for us, right? And to give, of course, a good product at the end. Right. So the first stage we start with is brainstorming. So we think. Let's say we make as many ideas as possible in this stage. So in this stage we don't think about language. So we write down any idea that comes to our mind and about the topic we are writing about. Right. So when Moroccan people celebrate Ashura and how long does it last? So Moroccan people celebrate Ashura during the first 10 days of the first Islamic month, Muharram, right? So it lasts 10 days. Good. So for I think children are so engaged in Ashura's festivities and traditions. So for girls, they play with dolls, right? Boys prefer water pistols, guns, bulldozers, etc. Right, but the most favorite festivity or tradition boys do is the most favorite tradition for boys is firecrackers, right? Though it has been banned recently by the police. Right. As I said, female children play with dolls, boys play with firecrackers, water pistols. Right. Good. What is special for the ninth days is that boys do a door-to-door collection of money, eggs, flour, right, etc. So they gave the whole collection to the imam of the local mosque. On the 10th day, some people fast, right? But others, they eat the nuts for breakfast. They eat the nuts we take for breakfast. You know, the nuts, walnuts, almond, dates, raisin, peanuts, chickpeas, and so forth and so on. Right. What is special for the 10th day is that the rich offer the 10th of their annual income to the poor and the needy, right? Good. Another thing which is very special is that the boys take part in Zamzam tradition. So they run through the streets, spraying water on each other. Good. In the evening, boys gather hay, tires, use tires, right, to set the bonfire. Right? So all of them dance around, but the strongest ones jump over it. At the same time, right, girls sing traditional songs. At last, boys pour tires in flame through the lanes to expel the evil spirits, as they think the same thing for adults. They think that the bonfire expels evil spirits. Right. So after we have brainstormed ideas, traditions concerning Ashura, so now we're gonna see the layout of personal letter. So as you see your address, student address, on the upper on the right upper part, right, with date, introduction after so greetings, asking about health, thanking for the last letter, and the reason for writing. For example, dear Laura, hello, how are you? Thank you for your last letter. I am writing this one to talk to you about a Moroccan celebration, Ashura, right? For the body, you give details about the reason for writing. And for the closure, you close your letter. Of course, a complimentary expression for example, your best friend, best wishes, take care, and you know. Right, now after the second stage that comes after brainstorming is drafting. So you start writing your first draft, right? Good. After drafting, you the following stage is revising. So you may add any other information that the reader needs to know, or rearrange the information if they are not presented, your ideas if they are not in the most logical order, or you remove unnecessary details, or you replace anything to make your sentences stronger. For editing, so the next stage is editing. For editing, we modify and we check our products for mistakes. So punctuation, right? The layout, whether you respect the layout of the personal letter or not. Punctuation, subject-verb agreement, and whether your writing is clear, focused, and easy to understand. Here, it means focus. You talk just on one topic, which is Ashura. The same thing for here for peer editing. You give your writings, your letter, you give your product to your friend. You exchange with your friend products for the same for the same criteria. So we check them for the same criteria, which includes punctuation, grammar mistakes, and whether you focus on one topic or not. So the last stage is the final version. So it should be clear, right? Looks good, right? With indentation. So you indent each part, right? And it should be free from mistakes. So that's all for today, and see you next time. Sorry.